Howdy, guys. Welcome back to the Let's Talk series. I just woke up, so I'm already messing up my words. Welcome back to the Let's... You see what I'm saying? I can't win. Welcome back to the Let's Talk series. Today, we are going to be doing something. I don't remember. We've got something that we gotta do. I know we have to cut a hole in the floor of our house today so that we can put stairs down to the bottom section underneath the house. But we need to start off with our meats. 3 meats, 1,800 calories, just like we always do. And I accidentally put my meat on the rack there. So, good morning, everyone, by the way. Good afternoon or good night. I hope you all are doing super swell. And I hope you're ready to get a Java update available. Fucking thing. Thankfully, that sound won't be in this recording, but I heard it. And I just, it's annoying. Technology. So we're going to cut this hole. The hole shouldn't be the hard part. I think putting in stairs is going to be the hard part, because stairs are finicky. So I'm not too worried about this hole. See, that looks pretty good. I don't think it's long enough, though. I think if we put stairs in there, either it won't allow us to put stairs in there, or we'll be bumping our head. And both of those are not good outcomes. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. And this is going to be a huge pain in the ass. Because putting stairs in like this just doesn't usually go all that smoothly. Like, that looks perfect, right? Yeah, it's not perfect. It sticks out a whole bunch, which we don't want, because that would be cringe. So what we're trying to get is, there's a point to where it has that upper platform. We need to be like just below that point. It has to do with the length of the stairs, I believe. And so we just have to make them a little bit shorter so that we don't have that huge platform that then sticks out at the back end of the house. And also is way more expensive than having just the stairs. But I have a feeling, and I'm not just saying this because I've already lived it, I have a feeling this isn't going to go smoothly. And I have a feeling that I absolutely thought about cutting this all out. But this is already a shorter episode. I think it's somewhere around 27 minutes, so I'll let it go for the sake of runtime. But it's gonna be painful to watch, I imagine. It was painful to live, especially because I didn't mean to fall down here. And that just makes it a much bigger pain in the ass. But that's alright, because we'll get it eventually. And then it'll look nice, and we won't have to worry about it anymore. Then we'll have this cool little spot underneath our house that is protected. It's kind of like a sunroom, but it's not really really a room. It's like a combination of a sunroom and like you know that one friend that you have. You go over to his house and his house like has a porch that's raised, and there's this area below, and there's like this stitched wood sheathing around it to keep stuff from getting in there and to make it look nice. And there's always a hole there, always, so that you and your friend can go and crawl down underneath the porch. It's kind of like that. This looks almost good, but the top step keeps moving because it will move depending on where the bottom step kind of ends up. And so I'm trying to bring it out far enough that it doesn't move back into the platform, because then it won't work as a step and we might like trip up on that point. You see how it's kind of back there? We don't want that, because that ledge isn't going to act as a step the way the step will act as a step. It's a whole thing. Just building in this game is kind of funky. And it's painful, and I really wanted to cut this bit out, but you know, the point of this series is for you to experience the pain with me, and so now you get to experience all that in real time, because I thought about speeding it up too, but nah, you ain't getting off that easy. That one looked pretty good, but I'm really trying to get rid of that top platform, just at this point for the sake of saving logs, because it's so expensive. It adds like 5 more logs onto the bill, which is stupid, because custom stairs are already pretty expensive. I think without the platform, it'll end up costing me 8-ish logs, somewhere around there. See, that looks pretty good, I think. And it costs 8 logs. Oh, never mind, that was too tall. Which is also something that's really hard to figure out from down here, and I wish I was up on the floor looking at it from there. Okay, this one looks a lot better. 8 logs still? Perfect. Now we gotta get up. Tara, what are you doing? Rabbit. And there seems to be a rabbit spawned down here, I think. So maybe we'll be able to put a trap down here. Which is kind of interesting, because if you use like walls and wall in an area, that takes away like the spawn points that are in that area. And so I guess that doesn't work with the custom foundation, because I have it going all the way around. It's attached. So it is keeping this area enclosed, but I guess it just doesn't negate the spawns, which I'm fine with. Tara and Jim going for a run. Kind of. And Tyler's over there just watching. I don't think he wants to participate, which is understandable. Sometimes it's just not the time. Sometimes it's just not the time. I don't know why I gotta say it all strange. They're throwing... That's definitely Tyler. He's locked me in my house. And hit me and set me on fire. Don't mind the truck in the background. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's pretty loud. These people are making a mess. Stealth kill. Easy. Easy. That was silly. Remembering that I've got a rabbit to put up. Headshot? Nope. There we go. It's nice to have friends, but sometimes you gotta kill them. This is one of those times. And those stairs are complete, and they work as stairs. So now we gotta destroy this rock wall that we used to get up. And this is going to take a very long time. So I'm gonna talk to you while we watch me destroy this. I was thinking today, kind of about these videos. Well, I wasn't thinking today, I was thinking yesterday. This is actually a couple days after I recorded the video, but you know, I was kind of wondering like why I would do this, because you know, it's not like I'm big or anything. I'm no sort of famous, that's for sure. But I don't think it's really about that, to be honest. I think it's more about loving the process and loving what you're doing. And you know, I do love doing these things. I love sitting here and talking to you guys, and I love looking back on the other videos to see what kind of feedback I got. Thank you, Lieutenant Dragon, once again. And I don't care if you know, I get big or whatever. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm doing this just mostly because I like it. And I think that's important with anything you do. I don't think it's so much about the product, but more about the process, you know, enjoying the journey, and not just the destination. You're allowed to enjoy the destination as well, but you know, if you hate every second getting there, then what was the point in the first place? Do something because you like it, you know. And that just goes with big things, you know. There's other things that doesn't quite apply to, like vegetables. Vegetables are good for you, but not everybody likes them. You know, that kind of thing. So it's not universal, but as far as like your dreams and what you want to do goes, I think do what you want and worry about the end product later. You know, when it's there. I think as long as you have that separation, you know, if you're not thinking about the product the whole time you're going through the process, then you'll be fine. But some people, you know, they get angry or upset because they think it's not going to end up the way they want it to, looking at the process that's not done yet, and that's kind of silly. I mean, until you're done, you don't really know for sure. So if you got to take anything away from this video, just remember that it's not about the product, you know. It's about the time and effort that you put in to do that specific activity to then reach that end goal, you know. And the product is just a reward in the end, really. You know, it's a reward for your hard work and dedication, I suppose. And it's not something that's given. The process is always going to be there. So, just believe in it a little more and try to have a little more fun doing those things to reaching that goal. Because the fact is, you're probably going to be doing those things, you know, during the process for a lot longer than you're going to be receiving the reward. So, love what you do. Also, don't forget, each and every one of you is overwhelmingly handsome. And I gotta say, I've got a friend crush on all of you. And I appreciate you. And you've got really nice fingertips. That is all. Thank you for coming to my compliment session. I appreciate the participation. And now we can get back on to talking about the video. So we got that area going down below our house. And so that primarily is going to be where we keep the rabbits. So now we got to build a bunch of rabbit cages. And it's going to take a lot of rabbits before we can, like, be self-sufficient on food. But we'll get there, and once we do get there, you know, then we don't got to worry about hunting and stuff. Because we'll have all the meat we need, and that is kind of the dream. Because that just takes one of those things that we got to worry about and throws it out the fucking window. Which is what we want. Because especially in hard survival, and as we get on in the days, it's just going to get harder. This game doesn't get easier at any point. You know, there's no automation, everything's completely manual, and the cannibals get worse, and the mutants get worse. And so, we're just trying to take as many things as is possible, and getting it out of the pool of things that we need to worry about. Which is a really cool thing, and really that's not even that possible with a lot of things in this game. I mean, if you get a good wall system going, you can sort of get rid of enemies. I think food is the big one though, and you know, as food is something that doesn't take a lot out of you, but it can take a lot of time. You know, that's kind of the perfect thing to get rid of, because fighting and stuff like that takes all we got. So we got to be prepared for that, and we don't want to be dicking around with food while there's, you know, 3 armsies busting down the door. That is not ideal. Now, I'm actually surprised we haven't seen any mutants yet, because I had thought it was day 10 when mutants spawn, but I guess it's actually day 7. I don't think that's when all the mutants spawn, but armsies at least, which is the big one we're worried about. I mean, Virginias suck, cowmen suck, but armsies are the big one that we're worried about because they are just so destructive. And our stuff is completely unprotected. But yeah, I'm not sure why we haven't seen them, because there's also right up, a little ways up this hill, is a mutant spawn. So it's weird that we haven't seen any yet. Which might also just be because of how I play the game. Like in the intervals that I do, because I only play the game for an hour at a time on this save, So every time we log out, it despawns everything. So when we log back in, it doesn't have a count of enemies that are already there. They all have to respawn. So that might be something that's kind of saving us. Later on, that won't matter. You know, because the spawn rate will kind of get higher, and they'll just spawn more often. But for now, it's working. I think currently we're on day 9. I believe it's day 9. It could be day 10, but I'm pretty sure it's day 9. We can see the next time I open up the journal. But yeah, and even as far as cannibals go, we're not getting all that much action, considering we're right in between 2 patrol routes. Later on, I think that's going to become an issue, but for now, it's kind of surprising that we haven't had more of a problem with the cannibals. Excuse me. And right now we're just getting trees. Cutting them down for strength gains. Getting big strong. And running out of energy. Silly, silly us. Trying to think. I think I maybe want to build a tower of sorts. Something to run zip lines from, so that we can zip line to different areas. But it'd have to be pretty tall, since we're down kind of at the end of this hill. And at the top of this hill, somewhere around there, is the main cannibal village, which is going to be kind of one of the ones I want to go to the most. Just because of the cloth that's there. And I think we want one going to the sinkhole, possibly, so that we have an easy way there. And maybe some others in there. I don't know. We're just kind of... We're gonna try and go in every direction with it. That way, we can get anywhere we need to in, you know, an amount of time. But also, we don't have to worry about getting lost, because I am not at all super well versed on this map, and I get lost quite often, and it slows things down when I'm trying to get somewhere and I don't know where it is or where I am. Zip lines kind of get rid of that. At least it'll drop us in the same area every time, and then we can figure it out when we're closer to where we need to go. And that's kind of the whole point. The only problem is a tower is going to be vulnerable, because I just want to make it like a custom foundation, or just a regular platform. You know, no walls or anything. That's going to be kind of fragile, so we'd have to be careful on where we put it. And I mean, maybe we could set up a wall or something around it, but I don't know. But also, it's going to be expensive. And while I would like to go the platform route, because that is just the easiest, it's also more expensive usually than custom platforms, which are already themselves pretty expensive. So it's this whole thing, and it's dumb, and I don't want it. We're gonna stand here and bone for a little bit, because we've still got calories to burn. sticks in the process, just so that you don't have to watch me stand there swinging a bone like a silly guy. Eat some blackberries just to get our energy back up and to get our hunger back up a little bit, because the berries don't have any calorie. They're 1 calorie each, so it's not gonna like set us back a whole bunch in the way of calories. Now I'm trying to figure out what I can do. I think bone baskets are a good idea. Just gonna tuck these away right here. Just have them out of the way, have them there, because we're gonna need them eventually. And it gives us a reason to go and grab more sticks. And the reason I'm using a bone is because it only uses 3 stamina, so you pretty much never run out of stamina. And it also, you know, spends calories. And swings pretty fast, because you could use the leg too, but the leg swings pretty slowly. I think it swings about the same speed as the modern axe. So it's not very fast and not very efficient, I guess. But what do you guys think of the house so far? Let me know what you think, and give me ideas if you got them, because I'm still kind of running around not knowing what I'm doing. But mostly just let me know what you think. Give me something. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. Oh, crunchy chair sounds. I apologize. There's our bone baskets. Good times, good times. And now we can sleep. And so that is going to end our session. And I accidentally hit the save screen. Okay, that's going to end our session. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm working on the next one now. And that is all. Be good, everyone.